the United Nations, as of 2021, there were approximately 600,000 internally displaced persons within the CAR. The conflict has also resulted in significant numbers of refugees seeking safety in neighboring countries. Countries such as Cameroon, Chad, and the Democratic Republic of Congo have received thousands of Central African refugees, placing additional strain on already fragile host communities and limited resources. Humanitarian crisis. The protracted conflict has created a severe humanitarian crisis in the CAR. Access to food, water, and healthcare is limited, leading to high levels of malnutrition and the spread of diseases. The United Nations estimates that nearly 2.8 million people require humanitarian assistance, which is about half of the country's population. Human rights abuses. The war has marked widespread human rights abuses committed by various armed groups. Civilians have been subjected to violence, including killings, sexual violence, forced recruitment of child soldiers, and arbitrary arrests. Both the Seleka rebels and anti-Balaka militias have been implicated in these abuses. The lack of accountability for these crimes further exacerbates the suffering of the affected population. Impact on education and health. The conflict has had a devastating impact on education and healthcare systems in the CAR. Many schools have been destroyed, damaged, or occupied by armed groups, preventing children from accessing education. The disruption of healthcare services, coupled with the destruction of medical facilities, has resulted in limited access to essential health care for the population, leading to increased mortality rates and the spread of preventable diseases. Socio-economical consequences. The war has severely disrupted the country's economy, exacerbating poverty and hindering development. The conflict has disrupted agricultural activities, trade, and infrastructure, leading to food insecurity and economic decline. The lack of security has also hindered humanitarian and development organizations' abilities to deliver assistance and aid. Addressing the human suffering and displacement caused by the war requires concerted effort from the international community, regional actors, and the Car government, providing humanitarian assistance, protecting civilians, promoting human rights, and supporting peace-building and reconciliation efforts are crucial steps towards alleviating and suffering and rebuilding the lives of those affected by the conflict. Let's take a moment to engage in a guided meditation on compassion for the situation in the Central African Republic. Find a comfortable position. Close your eyes and let's take a few deep breaths to center yourself. As you breathe in and out, allow your body to let go of any tension or distractions. Bring your attention to the suffering and displacement experienced by the people in the Central African Republic. Visualize the faces of those affected by the conflict, the displaced families, the children without access to education, and the individuals struggling to find food and shelter. See their pain and their longing for peace and stability. As you continue to breathe, cultivate a sense of compassion within your heart. Feel a deep empathy and concern for the suffering of the people in the Central African Republic. Recognize their shared humanity and the universal desire for safety, for well-being, and for happiness. With each breath, imagine sending waves of compassion and love to the people affected by the conflict. Visualize this compassion as a warm and radiant light that envelops them, providing comfort, solace, and healing. Let this light spread across the entire country, bringing hope and resilience to the people. Now, extend your compassion beyond the individuals and now towards the leaders and decision makers involved in the conflict. Recognize that they too are influenced by their own fears limitations. Send thoughts of understanding and wisdom to them, envisioning a transformation that leads to peace, reconciliation, and a better future for the Central African Republic. As the meditation comes to a close, take a moment to express gratitude for the opportunity to cultivate compassion and send positive energy to those in need. Carry this sense of compassion with you throughout your day, allowing it to guide your actions and interactions with others. Remember that compassion is a powerful force that can bring about positive change both within ourselves and in the world.